So, show of hands, how many people out there think they have a narcissistic family member or parent? Good portion. How many have a parent that just had such a fragile ego that they couldn't ever show them the right amount of praise and emotional support? About the same amount. Because, these grandiose narcissists, they choose supportive people because they don't ever, rarely ever choose another grandiose narcissist to be with because they have to be the center of attention. So they think they're special, entitled. The rules don't apply to them. So, there's a spectrum of good narcissism out there. And I would attribute that to or a healthy narcissism, kind of like that guy that does motivational speaking, like on I'm Not Your Guru. That's healthy narcissism. He had to learn all the things that love shouldn't be from his own, family to learn what it should be with himself. And he makes good money doing seminars down there, and he deserves it because he's actually helping people. Tony Robbins, that's the guy. Great Netflix special. I'm Not Your Guru. That's what it's called. It's just amazing. Yeah, people who go to that pay good amounts of money, but they go there just to be around people that care. And that's what I've done for people all my life. It's listened, cared, loved people, and I got nothing but betrayal in my family. It's horrible. I mean, you really feel like you're totally alone when your entire family betrays you for no good reason. And that's why it's like being in an emotional war zone. And it really is. Like PTSD, like shell shock. Big surprise there. When you have to worry about everything, that's when I tracked it back to about 2008. My first girlfriend after my divorce, when my mom put me in jail for FTA instead of trying to talk with me and help me work through it. Negative reinforcement. Same kind every time, while she's emotionally supportive of my sister, which doesn't make any sense. If you know how to be supportive of one child, why not be supportive of both children? The same. It really just blows my mind that if they would just listen and understood that I'm just a little smarter than they are and I understand things quicker, and respected me for my knowledge that I have, things have been so different. Now another topic. You can choose the high road, but I guarantee you that high road's going to be just as long as taking the low road. But most people choose the low road. They just act like other people act. They can't go by the golden rule or the universal rule. Treat others like you want to be treated. If you want to be treated like crap, then treat people like crap. I get that. But all I do is go around treating people with respect and listening to them. And I never, or rarely ever get that in return. I won't say never, because there's no always or nevers. Those are too absolute. But you can go around caring about people, and people will get, I guess, scared because you care too much about people or something. I really don't understand it. It makes very little sense to me. But they did the same thing to Jesus, so honestly, I'm getting why, because they just don't. These spoiled brats are kids who don't understand right from wrong or what's righteous or wrong. They get scared when there's someone who presents them with a better way or the truth. But that was 2,000 years ago. You'd think we'd have grown up by then, but we haven't. Especially in Arkansas, mainly in the U.S. Other countries have gotten it. They're the happiest places on earth. Scandinavian countries and Cuba, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, they care about the community first or the neighbor first. They're told they're not special, even though they may be special and doing so much better than we are. It's just amazing. They only go to school 4 to 6 hours a day, and they do that their entire lives. Even college is free there. But the main thing they do is they care about their neighbors and the community first, rather than themselves. That's why I know, the Americans dream, it's not the Americans, it's the American dream. That's singular. And that makes the most sense. We've let corporations and corruption flourish rather than making things more fair under the guise of capitalist markets are better. And they're not. So many other countries we should be paying attention to, we don't. And they have a better democracy than we do. But, that's just my opinion, though. I don't think I could find anybody out there who could truly present me with factual evidence that my opinion's wrong. And I still haven't yet. It's funny. I put how I feel out there on my YouTube channel. Teach people things on my YouTube channel. Teach people things on my website. And it gets very few, views. And all I'm trying to do is help people learn, psychology, how to recognize things, how to recognize a disorder, just teaching material. But that's all Jesus tried to do for people. Taught them how to fish, make bread, feed their people, how to care for themselves and others, and what they do to him.